ever wondered how to spend your bitcoins in the real world? Well, let's embark on a journey to unlock the potential of Bitcoin debit cards. These nifty tools are your gateway to bridge the gap between the digital world of cryptocurrency and the physical world of commerce. Imagine the convenience of a regular debit card, but instead of being tethered to a traditional bank account, it's linked to a digital wallet holding your precious bitcoins. That's right. Bitcoin debit cards are a reality, allowing you to use your cryptocurrency for everyday transactions, whether it's for your morning coffee or that online shopping spree. Just like the ordinary plastic in your wallet, Bitcoin debit cards are accepted wherever traditional cards are. The only difference? You're spending Bitcoin, not dollars. A fascinating blend of old and new, these cards are revolutionizing the way we think about money and transactions. Intrigued? Let's dive into the world of Bitcoin debit cards. So how does a Bitcoin debit card work, you ask? Well, let's dive right in. First off, you need to load your Bitcoin onto the card. This is done through a process called topping up. You transfer your Bitcoins from your digital wallet to your Bitcoin debit card account. The process is similar to how you would transfer funds to a traditional bank account, and it's as straightforward as sending an email. Now, once your Bitcoins are on the card, they're ready to be spent. But here's where the magic happens. When you go to make a purchase, whether it's at a physical store or online, you don't pay with Bitcoin directly. Instead, your Bitcoin debit card converts your Bitcoins into your local currency instantly at the point of sale. Picture this. You're in a coffee shop and you've just ordered your favorite flat white. You hand over your Bitcoin debit card to pay. Behind the scenes, your Bitcoin debit card provider instantly converts a small amount of your Bitcoin into the local currency, which is then used to pay for your coffee. The barista hands you your receipt, and voila, you've just bought coffee with Bitcoin. This conversion process happens incredibly quickly, and it's all done behind the scenes. As far as the shopkeeper or online retailer is concerned, they're just receiving a regular payment in the local currency. They don't need to worry about accepting Bitcoin directly or dealing with any of the complexities of cryptocurrency. And the best part? You, as the card holder, get to benefit from the rising value of Bitcoin. If the value of Bitcoin goes up after you've loaded your card, your purchasing power increases. It's like having a savings account and a debit card rolled into one. So, in essence, a Bitcoin debit card allows you to live off your Bitcoin holdings while still being able to make everyday purchases in the real world. It's a bridge between the digital world of cryptocurrency and the physical world of cash and cards. Just like that, you've spent your Bitcoins on a cup of coffee or a new pair of shoes. Now, why would you want to use a Bitcoin debit card, you might ask? Well, there are numerous benefits to using one, and we're about to delve into a few. Firstly, a Bitcoin debit card allows you to spend your Bitcoins practically anywhere. Picture this. You're at your favorite coffee shop, and when it's time to pay, you reach into your wallet, not for cash or a conventional card, but your Bitcoin debit card. It's a powerful tool that brings the digital currency into the tangible world, allowing you to pay for goods and services at any establishment that accepts regular debit cards. Not only does it bring versatility to your spending habits, but it also simplifies the process of converting Bitcoin into your local currency. Once upon a time, selling Bitcoin was a tedious process, involving online exchanges and often lengthy waiting times. But with a Bitcoin debit card, the conversion is done instantly at the point of sale, making the transaction process smooth and efficient. You don't have to worry about exchange rates or transaction fees because the card provider handles it all for you. But wait, there's more. Bitcoin debit cards can also provide a certain level of anonymity. Traditionally, Bitcoin transactions are public and traceable. But when you use a Bitcoin debit card, the transaction is recorded as a regular debit card transaction, making it more difficult for outsiders to trace your spending back to your Bitcoin wallet. While it's not complete anonymity, it certainly adds an extra layer of privacy to your transactions. Lastly, there's the financial sovereignty aspect. With a Bitcoin debit card, you're essentially your own bank. You have complete control over your funds, without the need for a middleman. It's a liberating feeling. knowing that you can manage and spend your Bitcoin as you see fit. In essence, Bitcoin debit cards give you the freedom to spend your Bitcoins as you please. With all these benefits, it's easy to see why more and more people are turning to Bitcoin debit cards as their preferred method of spending their digital currency. But as with anything, there are a few drawbacks and risks to consider. One of the main issues is the fluctuating value of Bitcoin. Unlike traditional currency, Bitcoin's value can swing dramatically in short periods, meaning the balance on your Bitcoin debit card can change rapidly. Today you might be a Bitcoin millionaire, and tomorrow, well, not so much. This volatility can make budgeting and planning your expenditures a bit tricky. Another potential drawback is the fees associated with Bitcoin debit cards. While some providers boast low or even no fees, others may charge for a variety of transactions. These can include fees for card issuance, ATM withdrawals, and even for inactivity. It's essential to read the fine print and understand all potential fees before deciding on a card provider. Then there's the risk of digital theft. Just as with any online financial transactions, Bitcoin debit cards are not immune to hackers. If your card information is compromised, your Bitcoins could be stolen. Although many card providers offer security measures to protect your funds, it's always wise to take extra precautions. Regularly update your passwords, avoid sharing sensitive information, and consider using a secure VPN when accessing your Bitcoin wallet. Privacy is another aspect to consider. While Bitcoin transactions are pseudonymous, meaning they're not directly linked to your real-world identity, they're still traceable on the blockchain. When you use a Bitcoin debit card, the card provider and the merchant receive information about the transaction, which could potentially be linked back to you. This might not be a concern for everyone, but for some, it's a significant drawback. Lastly, there's the issue of acceptance. Even though Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are becoming more mainstream, not all merchants accept Bitcoin debit cards. You might find yourself in a situation where you can't use your card, which could be inconvenient. Despite these risks, the convenience and flexibility offered by Bitcoin debit cards can make them an attractive option for many. So you've decided you want a Bitcoin debit card, but how do you get one? Well, the process is surprisingly straightforward. The first thing you need to do is choose a card provider. There are numerous companies out there offering Bitcoin debit cards, each with their own unique features, benefits, and fees. It's essential to do your research and select the one that best fits your needs. Once you've chosen a provider, you'll need to sign up for an account. This typically involves providing some basic personal information, such as your name, address, and email. Depending on where you live, you may also need to provide some form of identification. This is to comply with financial regulations and to prevent fraud. After you've signed up, you'll need to link your new account with your existing Bitcoin wallet. This is where you'll be storing the Bitcoins you plan to spend with your debit card. If you don't already have a Bitcoin wallet, don't worry. Most card providers will help you set one up as part of the process. Once your wallet is linked, you're almost there. The next step is to load your card with Bitcoins. This is as simple as transferring Bitcoins from your wallet to your card. The exact process may vary a bit from provider to provider, but it's generally a simple and intuitive process. Now, depending on the provider, there may be a waiting period while your card is being prepared. Some providers offer virtual cards that you can start using immediately, while others will send you a physical card in the mail. And just like that, you're ready to go. You can now use your Bitcoin debit card just like any other debit card. You can make purchases online, in stores, and even withdraw cash from ATMs. And there you have it, your very own Bitcoin debit card, ready to make purchases in the real world. To wrap things up, let's revisit what we've covered today. We've delved into the world of Bitcoin debit cards, a tool that brings the digital currency realm into everyday transactions. With these cards, you can buy your morning coffee, pay for groceries, or even book a holiday using your crypto holdings. We've also explored how these cards work, acting as the bridge between traditional fiat currency systems and Bitcoin. They convert your Bitcoin into your local currency at the point of sale, making your crypto as spendable as the coins in your pocket. But remember, with the convenience comes a set of risks and drawbacks. These include the volatility of Bitcoin, potential transaction fees, and the need to stay vigilant about security. So if you're ready to take the plunge into spending Bitcoin in the real world, a Bitcoin debit card might just be your ticket. With a Bitcoin debit card in your wallet, the world of crypto spending is at your fingertips. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility, so spend wisely.